YouTube, it's Jackeh here, and, well, I'm going to rush straight into F-Zero Maximum Velocity Grand Prix. I'm going to choose Wind Waker here. Normally I would choose JB Crystal on an odd occasion, but yep, it's Wind Waker. I do love piloting Wind Waker. I've gone with, yep, Queen Master. Let's do this. Craterland. Yeah, like I say, I tend to enjoy using Wind Waker the most. It's got the best turning, but it's really slippery. You have to blast turn just about every turn. And yep, got the boost start. So, about me then, yep, my name is Jackeh, or just Jack if you know me personally. If you, so many things actually already, where people already have Jackeh. If you are one of them, just call me Winterblades, or even by my YouTube name, MixieJack60. But yep, so here we go. I've got the boost, and that's the thing with master difficulty. Okay, that was my mistake there. Just didn't mean to go on the dirt. But look, you get the lead for about a split second after boosting, and I'm having to actually just block JB Crystal there. And look at that. I'm pretty sure that the AI craft aren't boosting. This is master difficulty for you. I think even if you're in the fastest craft like Jet Vermilion, you're still going to get out dragged by these slower ones. That's unless you, of course, you boost, because as you can see, the boost is just clearly putting me ahead of them. Obviously for the split second. And how I got this game, well, while I'm doing the same thing, yeah, I got this game. I think it was one of the first games to be out on Game Boy Advance, and when I first got a Game Boy Advance, this was one of the first games I got for it. And the amount of times I've gone through these cups, I do thoroughly enjoy this game. Out of all games in general, I mean, okay, I'll just hit him there. That wasn't smart. Yeah, I do enjoy racing games in general, and just demonstrating there how weak Wind Waker is. I think he's got the weakest body in the game, but very last corner, I've lost 3/4 just in the very last corner, but that's a win on the master difficulty. And the flashing 20.84 seconds. Yep, I've got a lap record there. I kind of just rushed for timings, but here we are, 10th Zone East Plummet Circuit. Looks like I've got a lot of jumps there coming up now. See if I get, yep, I do get the boost start. Now this track, probably one of my favourites, just because it is, I do like the plummet zones. I do like, because in this game, of course, you have to hold down when you land, otherwise you take damage. And if you don't, when you land on these plummet zones, you get bounced up even higher. And that's unusual there, seeing the fire Stingray lead, or no, I think it's just Fireball. I forget the name of the craft. But they're already hitting me basically. But yeah, just over half shield left after one lap. So yeah, as you can see, I just dived into the green thing there. You can hear them right behind me at times, and yep, just completely forgot to hold down while landing. And that's the Falcon, Falcon Mark II. Those two craft are normally in, I think, 5th and 6th. And, oh wow, thank you very much. Blue Falcon and JB Crystal just crashes out for me. How kind. And Hot Violet just hits the back marker. How nice of that. Well, the reason I'm doing this in a commentary form as well is because, well, in terms of racing games, I'm not a girl, of course, and at the risk of being sexist, I can't multitask. Not on this. You have to just focus on racing games, which is why I'm just watching the replay now. Wow. Yeah, I've only just realised that's Stingray, because Stingray's in second because now around 4 craft have just crashed out, and I decided to hit that thing like a dab. one annoying thing about this game, obviously, is the back markers. They pretty much, like that, what happened to Stingray there, just hitting the back marker. The last thing you want to do against the Master AI. But then they just simply can't get over the jumps. Kind of makes you think how they're still around on the last lap. And Stingray is still giving me a hard time with the lead. I think on Master, I think on Expert even, they're never, if they're on the lead lap as you, same lap as you, they will always catch up to you. Just, yep, having obviously to weave through the back markers. I think I'm actually going to win this race. Oh, no, there's... yep, even Silver Thunder's there. That's just a measure of how many craft just crashed out of that race. But I've won it again. That's good. And I got a lap record for the race. Well, to be honest, this is only my second time doing the cup on this ROM. So, Empyrean Colony, the Twist Circuit are... Right, this circuit, it is a bastard. I don't hate the circuit myself, but it is a cruel circuit. We'll see why as we approach the first corner. Those spinny things are lethal. And as are the AI craft. There's a fin, look at that, look at that. I have basically just been destroyed from 3/4 health. This is what happens, and yep, that was predictable. Wind Waker only has 50 out of 100. Shields, of course, or body strength. And all it took was three other craft just to put me in the wall, take out my shields, put me down to like 1 hit left, and as you saw, the twisty thing was what finished me off. That's why the circuit is such a bastard, because basically those things will turn your craft 90 degrees, very slowly as well. As you can see again, I've just got another good start. And that was very lucky of me not to suffer the same fate as that before. I can't have the same temp zone east though. This ain't the plummet circuit though, so these 3 in front of me ain't gonna crash out. Already having to dash into the recovery strip because I can't take any risks around this circuit. I must say, I think it's Empyrean Colony, but it's probably my least favourite environment in this game, either that or it's Stark Farm. And yep, look, those twisty things, the spin discs are really hassling me. Oh, I love it when they cancel each other out like that though. What else is there? And again, look, they just cancelled each other out. It's JB Crystal, yep. Seeing as I am normally playing as Wind Waker, it is normally the crafts JB Crystal and Hot Violet going for the lead. So it is unusual for me to see the Fireball finish third, even, or first. That's the second lap in a row. I think those back markers have just been there, right before that arrow. And yep, I decided to boost on the main straight. I think that's where I'm the slowest at the minute. Oh god, this thing got... Oh god, no. There goes my power. I'm gonna have to boost now. As is being demonstrated here, when you are at low power, you lose your top speed. And I'm just desperately trying to block them because look, my top speed of 280 odd kilometers an hour, I was gonna drop to the back basically. So that's only a 3rd place finish. But like before I crashed out on the first time I tried doing that, my top speed would have probably been around 100 kilometers an hour. That's just what the power does. Here we are though, Fire Field. Not a very... I'm much more into colder environments. And I like how they've put Firefield in this game. You normally get Firefield in the original F-Zero games. think, anyway. This being a game that takes place 25 years, I think, after the original F-Zero. And that's not wise to do in Wind Waker. Just try and use the corrosive surface just to make a shortcut. But I need to take any risk I can on the Master. They are just simply pulling away from me, and yeah, the Falcon just hit me. I think the only real thing I can do is just take the best line possible and make the best use of my boost, and hope that that doesn't happen. Oh, I do say it's unusual for the fire to be just to be in the lead. I never see. Again, every other difficulty he normally finishes 4th constantly. Like the generic order is always me, the Wind Waker, like in Wind Waker, then Hot Violet, then JV Crystal, then Fireball. And this track is hectic. I don't mind this track. I can't say there's any, apart from the Stark Farm tracks maybe. They're just boring. Nothing really special about them. Oh, I'm at risk of, I'm only 4th at the minute. Obviously, if you've played F-Zero maximum velocity before, you know you need to be 3rd at the end of every race to go to the next one. And I've just dropped down to 5th, that's not good. And yeah, well, the other annoying thing is now I've got to try and dance around all the bigger corrosive fields. But I'm barely struggling to hold on to 4th at the minute, and as you can see, look, numbers flashing more furiously now, telling me get to 3rd, get to 3rd, get to 3rd. Oh look, there is 3rd place. Damn, just gone into the mines. That wasn't smart. I'm going to take every risk. Ah, no. 6th with no power left. I should have just hit start and hit give up, and that would let me try again, but I thought I'd give you guys a more explosive end. That technically wasn't a crash. That was just a self-destruction. Two spare machines. I did like how in F-Zero X, for example, the harder difficulties gave you less machines. It was a bastard in GXO, because Master difficulty you didn't get a spare machine at all. I think I've only been able to do 1 cup on Master on GX because of that. Winning it, of course. So, yep, all the craft are just bouncing around thanks to the mines, and that's 1 lap gone, and the trait with Wind Waker, I had to go into the recovery strip again, because that's less than half the shields I've got. I'm not sure whether to use a boost on this at all. I tend to use it here because it's just the straightest bit, and then thanks to Wind Waker's good turning ability, like I think it's got the sharpest turning, I can actually just get around that S section the fastest, or real fast with the boost. Obviously though, again, the Wind Waker, despite having the sharpest turn, is basically one with the wind. He will basically go off sideways it unless you blast turn. As you can see, yep, just blast turn just to keep the grip. I did like, that's one reason I prefer this game to the other Game Boy Advance title, GP Legend, because you actually had these craft, like these craft would actually slide about, and it was actually a good challenge just to try and keep them on the track. Whereas in GP Legend, it's probably because I use Jodie Summer, or like my craft of choice is White Cat Jodie Summer, and that's got A-class grip. But still, most other craft, Ian, Rick Wheeler's, Jack Levin's, it's just too grippy, all of them. Even, I'd say even Black Shadows. Well, I think that one's just a tank. Well, back to the action, I'm first. First on the last lap. This is going excellent. fault saying that. I've got no boost. I've used my boost. And I think, yeah, you're right behind me. Just trying to block them up. Come on. I'm looking at second here. Yep, that's not bad. Surely, that's not bad. This is master difficulty. Give me a break. Queen Final. Warrior Circuit. Quite predictably, this is one of my favourite circuits. As well as the Bianca Ultimate. The Ultimate Circuit. Yeah, last one in the expert class. And, yep, look, that's the first corner, and all three of them are ahead of me. Alright. I think if I do recall, I just completely forget to land my jumps right. That's third after one lap on this circuit. I'm pleased with that. I do love the Firefield tracks in the other games as well, although my favourite tracks in F-Zero X is definitely the Devil's Fortress one, up and down. The music is good. Devil's Call in Your Heart, that is an awesome soundtrack. My favourite in F-Zero X. And you can just build up to ridiculous speed if you take the track properly. Nonetheless, this game has a pretty amazing soundtrack. Dancing between the plummet zone and the mines there, I'm not sure which is better. I mean, if I was really brave, which I'm not at all through this race, I would try and just completely cut the hairpin. But that's not good. Fourth. Anyways, yeah, the soundtrack. Yeah, this game, I like it. I do like the Firefield soundtrack, and that just went horribly wrong. Yeah, I'm just not sure what happened there. I think I just jumped, hit the guardrail, bounced across, somehow missed the mines coming into that area, like coming over to that side, and then just kept bouncing off them. Just killed me. I don't think even Silver Thunder could tank that. Or Jet Vermilion. I'm not sure which of the two have a higher body rating. And I've hit the apex. And again, 4th place after the first corner. I'm also not sure because if I could make that in Wind Waker, let alone any other craft, because I'm not sure if this game gives all the craft a different jump, height and distance. I noticed that when people do their championship runs with Jet Vermilion, they have like a ridiculously low jump, or it feels ridiculously short compared to Wind Waker. I think, yeah, he does seem to go pretty high, Wind Waker, and I've just been hit into the barrier into 4th. Back markers, they are a nightmare on this track. And so was my driving ability. That was just, let's just go into the barrier, hit the apex. That soundtrack. My favourite gaming soundtrack of all time, though, is... It's a tough one. There's this, there's F-Zero X, there's Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, there's Dark Souls. I do love the Dark Souls soundtrack as well. And then there's the Call of Duty Zombies album. Fantastic songs, great for actually killing zombies too. Look at that! Not only, again, against my statement, Fireball is in the lead. That's what and look at that, the Falcon is in 2nd. And look at that, I've completely lost power. Just gonna crawl to the thing. Oh, that dick move there. Just kicks me when I'm down, more or less. And it is the last lap, and I'm 4th. Gotta just throw caution to the wind here. And it doesn't work because where is Hot Violet? Where is the 3rd place craft? So, damn, that was bad. Rank out. Let's try this a third time then. Third and final attempt because I've run out of spare machines. Well, considering this is my last attempt, I think I'll say now, I think I did just about hit every boost start. Just to make another comparison to GP Legend, it is far easier to hit a boost start in maximum velocity than in GP Legend. No matter what craft I am, even with Jodie Summer, like White Cat, I can't get the boost start. Every craft, I think I just overshoot it and just burn out. I haven't done that this game, like in maximum velocity, so I can't show you. But yeah, it's much easier to get a good start. But as I've clearly demonstrated through this video, that means nothing. That means nothing on the master difficulty. And yes, I have tried master difficulty on F-Zero X. That's a bastard. Alright, yeah, this happens. And there's Kessler, yeah. That's quite embarrassing. But yeah, F-Zero X, the Master Cup, that's just the hardest thing I've ever had to do in a racing game. Everyone, or even myself, thought the F-Zero GX story was ridiculous. Yeah, like, Mission 1 was easy. Mission 1 is probably the easiest mission I've ever done for that kind of mission or story, like a racing game where you just have to collect so many things. That's the easiest one I've ever done. Then we go to Mission 2. Samurai Garo is like, race me in a point-to-point race, and it's just like racing him on Master difficulty in F-Zero X. Just boost all you want. You're hardly even going to get your nose in front of him. Oh, look at this though. Back into the action, and I've just finished second. Success. That is the Queen Cup. I've done it. No lap record set though. I think I might have done like in the previous 2 runs. So, Master Class Queen 1, you can see that in the top right. Just to show that I'm not bullshitting. I can't say my times are impressive. I did a championship run of this recently. Was around a 1:50, predictably with Wind Waker. And then I go online to see like what decent championship times are, and everybody's just at like a 1:20 something in a Jet Vermilion. I'm just like, I have to make up 20 seconds. Can't I just not do a lap? Like, can I just do 1 lap less? That's around 20 seconds. But well, I vary. My finishing spot varies, doesn't it? First, third, second, and second. Obviously, I crashed out like 4 times. But this has been a Let's Play on F-Zero Maximum Velocity, Queen Cup Master Difficulty. This has been Jackeh, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say with. Let's sign off. Should be doing some other videos, probably some more F-Zero. I've got to find some other racing game videos to do. But I'll sign it off here, save you having to go through the credits. Thank you for watching.
Wrong checkpoint!